lot of people don't know anyone who went over to Iraq, and it didn't really happen here. It happened over there, you know? And yeah, we deal with the occasional terrorist attack or something like that, but like it did. But COVID it affected everybody's life directly, and it all got proven to be bullshit. And then Joe Biden, it was just, you don't need to pick up a book or even read an article to look at Joe Biden, and the average guy could just go, yeah, this guy clearly has lost it, and you're lying to me. And so that happened at the same time. The media blew every major crisis of the 21st century, lied through their teeth, and were exposed. And the technology got to a point where essentially you would have needed like a multi-million-dollar budget to have a studio and a show just a decade ago or 2 decades ago. Whereas now we live in an environment where some random guy can just post something, and then he'll have like the CEO of the Daily Wire going, "This kid's a bigot." You know, did you see that not the CEO, it was the some higher up at the Daily Wire tweeted some kid who made like a video. He had asked a question at a Turning Point event and then made some video, and then he goes, "Look at the Nazi youth scum." So like some regular, like the point is, when we were younger, it would have been impossible for you to even get the attention of that guy.
Oh, like, if you'd ever got, who was the guy on the Today Show, the black guy, kind of chubby, lost a lot of weight.
Oh yeah, Al Roker.
Yeah, you would have never been able to get Al Roker.
You can't talk to Al Roker. That's Al Roker, dude.
That's Al fucking Roker, dude.
Yeah, it's like,
that's Al.
Yeah, like there's like maybe you would see a famous person on the street one day, and that'd be like exciting. But the idea that now some kid, some 25-year-old like right-wing kid could get like a journalist at the New York Times furious, you know, and like and even this story, which I got to say I am a little bit skeptical of, the kid Shirley, I think is his name, right? Because I saw one, because I did see the other day that CBS, I believe it was, did send a camera crew down to one of those places that he claims were, and there were kids there and stuff, and so it was not exactly what he was representing it to be. Well, I do think there's probably widespread fraud there, but I'm just saying, making the point that this guy, at least to me, was an unknown entity as of last week. He got like, last I had seen, it was over 100 million views on the video. And so it's not CNN who's breaking that story. It's not NBC or CBS.
Because nobody believes them anymore. Yeah. They've lost their credibility. I mean, they're sitting here semi-apologizing for, not even really apologizing, just saying, trying to mildly admit something. Like, shouldn't there be a class action lawsuit against them?
Yeah.
Is there any code of liability? Like, could there be a class action lawsuit against them for
something? Yeah, well, that's right. It's not even like you go to jail or there's a lawsuit, but how about just like mass firings?
Yeah.
Resignation, something. No, instead, and then for anyone paying attention, you're like, dude, we know what just happened. The Israel lobby just purchased you. Barry Weiss is now in charge because you guys are bleeding support. You're not even in the business of news. You're in the business of an agenda, obviously, right? Like, it's almost like, so I don't even like, sometimes with people like Barry Weiss and Ben Shapiro and all these guys, people who are surely not fans of mine, but it's like, I would at least just admit you're the Israel lobby. Then at least we could have an honest conversation. At least admit your priority here is Israel. And then we could talk about
just skewing things pro-Israel.
Yes.
Like, they just had those announcements of like that they need, who was the guy who just said we have to adjust social media or we're going to lose the First Amendment? Did you see that guy?
Oh, yeah. Right. Yes. I did see the video and bookmark it. I forget what the guy's title was. But also just these people are like so concerned about, they'll be like, you know, there's this rise of anti-Semitism. And like, fair enough. I personally, and maybe I'm biased because I'm Jewish, so maybe I'm not, you know, the one to speak on this, but like personally, I've always been very critical of Israel and the Israel lobby, but I'm not like critical of Jews. I have regular people are regular people, and you shouldn't judge individuals based on groups. I'm against collectivism, unlike Sohran Mamdani. I'm an individualist. But if you're real concerned that there's a rise in hatred toward Jews, isn't it kind of reasonable to go like, maybe you shouldn't have prominent Jews out there saying we're going to repeal the First Amendment? Like, maybe that's not helpful.
Yeah, I don't know if this does help. I mean, I just don't understand why this guy, just in Israel cybersecurity billionaire Shlomo Kramer says it's time to limit the First Amendment. We need to control all the social platforms and take control of what they are saying. Let's see this.
I know it's difficult to hear, but it's time to limit the First Amendment in order to protect it, and quickly before it's too late.
What do you mean?
I mean that we need to control the platforms, all the social platforms. We need to stack rank the authenticity of every person that expresses themselves online and take control over what they are saying based on that ranking.
The government.
The government should
control the social media.
Yeah, that's what you want to hear out of a
Fuck you,
of a
dude.
thick Israeli accent.
But fuck anybody who says that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's right. No, you're my enemy now.
Yeah, you're the enemy, dude. You're going to control what we say in order to, but this is the crazy part, to protect the First Amendment.
It's George W. Bush's line about the free market. Is he said when they asked him about the banker bailouts, they go, I thought you were supposed to be a free market guy. Now all of a sudden you like socialism when it's big banks that fail. And he said, I had to abandon the free market to save the free market. That sure is a nice way of saying nothing. Actually, you just abandon it. You didn't save it at all. You just bailed out a bunch of rich bankers. And actually, government taking control of what people are allowed and not allowed to say isn't preserving the First Amendment. That's just, this is straight up Orwellian newspeak.
But
like,
we're just, everything is, there's another level of control. I think like it's never been more obvious that there's another level of control, but
Yes.
but also that people are nervous because I don't know if you'd have a guy saying this sort of thing. I mean, a lot of
no,
social,
they're freaking out.
a lot of social platforms. I know TikTok just got bought by Ellison from Oracle, and there's a lot of concern that they're gonna try and limit or dictate what can be said on there.
Yeah, well, that's what, look, I mean, that's what all of this is about. And this is kind of what I meant by like, at least just be honest with it. Look, like the reason this guy's saying this and the reason they just bought TikTok and the reason Barry Weiss was just installed at CBS News is all for one obvious reason, which it's the letter that Charlie Kirk wrote to Benjamin Netanyahu. And Benjamin Netanyahu, right after Charlie Kirk got murdered, read a couple lines from that letter, but he didn't read the whole letter.
Did he write him a letter? I didn't even know that.
Yeah. So the letter basically says, we're getting killed out here.